Hey you guys, how's it going? So today's video is going to be about how I save money, sharing my secret, my fourth secret on how I save money. So here it is, you guys. Number 4, número 4, is have multiple streams of income. What? Yeah, you guys, you have to have income to be able to save income. To be able to save money, you have to have some way of receiving money to be able to save money. Who'd have thunk it, right? And that's just what it is. Thanks so much for watching Dia's Frugal Life. I'm Dia, and if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for more future videos. So yeah, definitely make yourself rich, make yourself wealthy, make your family rich and wealthy, secure, set up, however you want it. You know, you don't have to have gazillions and millions of dollars to live a beautiful life, you guys. You really don't. You know, I'm over here showing you guys that it's possible to live on very little. I try my best to live off $1,000 or less every month, you guys. So all that extra money a month that I get from my multiple streams of income, let's just call it that, you know, a regular job. Now I'm doing this YouTube. Thank you, Jesus. You know, I'm like, I'm so excited to be getting this AdSense stuff, get that going. Selling on Teespring or Spring, whatever they're called now. I sell the mugs and the shirts, the totes, bandanas, stickers, different things like that. Every little thing helps and it adds up, you guys. Plus babysitting. I would do lawn mowing, but normally I have allergies, seasonal allergies, so I don't tend to do that very often. But like babysitting, dog sitting, just doing little odd and end type of jobs. I prefer having multiple streams of income because sometimes things don't go as good in your regular job. They might cut your hours or cut your days. You just never know. So if you have some other way of making money or kind of filling in the gap with other ways of making money to kind of compensate for that, that is the best way to do it, you guys. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to have multiple streams of income to be able to save quite a bit of money. Because yes, as you know, $20 here, $20 there, to be able to save that, you know, sure, it adds up over time. But I'm talking about like really saving a honking amount of change, you guys. So, you know, that's what I do. I do odd and end type of jobs, and that usually pays you more than whatever 9 to 5 minimum wage type of job is. So those are pretty nice, and they're on your schedule, or if a more flexible schedule, I should say, especially like babysitting. You know, that I enjoy because I get to be at home when I do that. Sometimes I'll go to their home and watch the kiddos there, but a lot of times they'll bring them to me. But it just depends, you know. It's also not a regular thing I do, but it's income that I have that I do every once in a while. And, you know, it brings a little bit, you know, to the table. So that's what I do. I try to figure different kind of ways that will pay you more than minimum wage. So then that means I don't have to work as hard to be able to get the same amount as my job that you go out there and you work and you do your thing, you know. Yeah, that's what I recommend, you guys. For my fourth secret is to have multiple streams of income. And also with Cora being here with me, you know, her income is not a lot, but it's something. So it helps that she's here and she's able to, like, you know, help me out with certain things, or just in general being able to help each other out with things. You know, it doesn't have to be, you know, financially, but it's kind of that concept, you know. If I were just to be by myself and have no family, no friends, no nothing, the whole thing is on me, on, you know, my shoulders. But having like Cora here, I can count on her, say, hey, can you pick something up? Or, hey, you know, I'm broke down here, can you come pick me up? Or, you know, whatever the case is. And she can do the same thing with me. You know, can you pick my medicine up? Or can you take me here? Or I'm not feeling good, can you help me out? And blah, 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 blah. You know, just like that. It's the same thing with like the multiple streams of income, you guys. You know, if one starts, you know, going down as far as how much hours or how much money you get, you also have this one here that can kind of fill in the gap, and then, you know, you stay afloat, and hopefully you're making more than just that. So you're able to save, you know, even more. And sometimes you won't be able to save. You know, there will be days or weeks, months, whatever, that you won't be able to save. But when times are good, you guys, that's when you need to buckle down and start your emergency funds, start your savings. That is when, that's the thing. That's when you need to buckle down and do it, because, you know, most people, and, you know, we used to do it too, you start to get more of income, more pay raise, more whatever, and you're like, woo, yeah, I'm gonna go and get me another car. I'm gonna trade this one in and get that one, or I'm gonna get a bigger house, or I'm gonna go on a shopping spree. We got more money now, woo! Well, the amount of times I did that, or we did that, I should say, I just think to myself and think back sometimes, not as much now, but I was more harder on myself before. Then I just think about that, and I'm just like, oh my God, you were so ignorant. But when you don't know, you just don't know, you guys. So all that money, sometimes I'm like, okay, well, you know, at that time I could have saved, you know, $100 a month for X amount of years, or at that time I could have saved $500 a month instead of blowing it in XYZ. And look how much money I could have had by now. Oh my God. Or the investments, or the real estate property I could have bought, or whatever, you know. I just get to thinking about all that, but hey, there's no time machine yet that I know of, you know. So you can't dwell on the past. You just have to keep pushing forward, you guys. You just have to do the best with whatever you have at the time that you have it. That's all you really can do. So yeah, you guys, that is my number 4th secret. Have multiple streams of income. And I believe when you have a fully funded emergency fund, that can be your backup income in the worst case scenario. Like you completely lose a job, or get really ill, or have some like catastrophe, and you are not able to physically go out there and hustle and do your thing. You have that money to live on for a few months, or a year, or a few years, you know, whatever the case may be. However much, you know, it's going to depend on where you live, what you spend, how much you're able to save, all that good stuff. But for me, I try to have it to where I at least have 1 year's worth of living expenses, which that's really not a lot. I try to spend $1,000 or less, you guys. So, you know, I'm going to be little by little catching up to where I was before, and I'm going to have that back in my savings, hopefully sooner than later. You know, I don't know how long it'll take me. It just depends month to month, but I want to be able to get that $12,000 back in my account and have that as my longer term emergency fund. So for my situation, $12,000 doesn't sound like a lot, but for me, it is the perfect amount that I need for an emergency. So like, for example, you need a new car for God knows what reason. You need a new car, you cannot fix what you have. $12,000 will get you a decent car, you guys. It really will. If something happens to the house, it's like a $2,000 deductible for the actual structure, and then I have like a little bit over 2,000 something deductible for wind and hail, so like for the roof and stuff. So worst case scenario, about $4,000 there if like it completely goes to, you know, to poop. You know, I'm thinking I'm not too sure, don't quote me on this, but it's either like a 2,000 or a 4,000 total deductible, and the 12,000 will cover it. It's a big chunk of change, but it will cover it, you guys. Now, if, you know, for some reason I had zero income, no income at all for a whole year, I could survive very frugally living off that $12,000, because like you guys know, I try to live off $1,000 or less. So once I know that I will be able to work for the time being, or for a few months, or for the year, or whatever it may be, I'm gonna even buckle down even more, you guys, and make that sucker stretch. So that is one of the big secrets to being able to be able to save for me. That has worked for me, because if you're barely making ends meet, there's no way you can save. There's no way at all. I don't see a way that you can save if you're barely making it, if you're barely scraping by. You have to get creative, and you have to go find something, go dumpster dive, go collect free stuff, repurpose them, go sell them, you know, make a 10 bucks here, 20 bucks there, 100 bucks there. I mean, you know, you have to do something, guys. You have to be proactive and do something, because you can't save out of just thin air. It's impossible. You can't do it. So that's why I recommend to have multiple streams of income. Well, anyhow, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps somebody. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.